Welcome. So in this video, we'll be answering this question before us. It says, if sine of theta is equal to 0.4, what is the value of cos of pi on 2 plus theta? Now, this is complementary symmetry. And the reason why we know it's complementary is because we've got pi on 2. So whenever you've got pi on 2 or 3 pi on 2, you know that you're dealing with complementary symmetry. And whenever you're dealing with complementary symmetry, you know what's going to happen is that cos of pi on 2 plus theta, or pi on 2 minus theta, or 3 pi on 2 plus or minus theta, cos will turn to a sine. Sine would turn to a cos. It just swaps. That's the first thing we know. So whenever you got pi on 2 or 3 pi on 2 plus or minus some angle, you know that the trigonometric function will swap. Now, we have to consider, are we positive or negative? So is this positive or negative here now? We know that cos turns to sine, but is it positive or negative here now? That's what we have to figure out. To do this, you ask yourself two questions. Question one, which quadrant are you in? Well, if I'm pi on 2 plus theta, if I was just to quickly sketch this for a moment, pi on 2 is here, and I'm plussing theta, which is obviously going to take me to my second quadrant. So that means my answer to the first question is I'm in my second quadrant. The second question you ask yourself is cos, because remember it's cos of this, so is cos positive or negative in second quad? Well, it's going to be negative. So remember cos, think of your cos corresponds to your x-axis here, and I'm dealing with negative values on this side. So that means because it's negative, I put a negative here. So that's really important. People forget whether or not to put a plus or minus when they swap it around. So make sure that you take note of that. All right, now I know that sine of theta is equal to 0.4. So sine of theta is equal to 0.4. So my answer is going to be negative 0.4 because this sine of theta is 0.4. I've got a negative there, negative 0.4. My answer is E. Okay, that's it. Hopefully you found this useful. Complementary symmetry is a bit sticky, so you might want to review that if you found this tricky. The moral of the story is change cos to sine or sine to cos, and then double check whether it's positive or negative at the start of it, positive or negative here. That's what you got to think. Hopefully you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.